Okay, welcome guys to the next Blender tutorial. So today we're going to be making a reception bell. So let's go ahead and delete the default cube, change your render engine from Eevee to cycles, and we'll go ahead and we'll start this with a cylinder. So let's scale this out and then scale it down. So we've probably got it to about there. Shade smooth. Let's go to edit mode. Now you don't need to know the inside of the bell, this is just kind of a prop, so let's go ahead and take G, bring this down, E for extrude, just going to make that nice little bevel around the edge, let's go E for extrude again, nice little bevel, and then we can go, let's go back one, S for scale, just a little bit, then E for extrude, give it that tiny little bevel, and then we can just bring this in to a point as such. So this is the base of our little reception bell. So we're going to place this as black. So it should be like this. Then we're going to go ahead and add, you can do this with a circle if you want to, but I'm going to do it with just a regular, I think we should do cylinder on this one particularly. So I'm going to go S, scale it out. You want it just a little bit shorter than the actual bell stand itself. I'll place this one here. Let's go to edit mode. And we're just going to make a dome over the top. So let's go S to go down first and foremost. Oh, sorry. G to go down first and foremost. Scale this outwards so it's got a nice little bevel. E for extrude. Bring it round. And then we're going to start to scale it in. And then at this point you want to start scale a little dome just over the top. So S for scale, E for extrude. Until you get to about this point just here. Now for me personally, I probably would have kind of made this a little bit more shorter. We can do that if you want to. Press 1, X-ray, and just select anything that's here, and just press S and then G and bring it down just a little bit. So now we're going to want the little center bit where we're pressing the bell, but first we're going to shade this smooth. Let's go with new. We'll make a nice little silver from a grey. Let's turn down the roughness so this is shiny. As such. And then we're going to do is, let's get a circle or a couple of circles. So let's go with mesh, UV sphere. Press G, bring it up. Scale this down to about there. Right click shade smooth. Go to the drop down and select the silver that you've got for the dome right here. And then I'm just going to press G, bring it down, and we'll have a nice little posh one. So let's go Shift D, bring this up, Shift D, bring this up, and then Shift D, bring this up. So now within this dome as well, we're going to have to make a hole in the middle. So what I would suggest is, let's take the dome again, and we are going to essentially just delete this in the middle. But first what we're going to do is, let's go to the side view. X-ray is still on. We'll go E for extrude, bring it down, E for extrude, and then you just want to go ahead and kind of copy, or at least move along with the sides of the stone right here. So let's go select right here, E for extrude, and what I'm going to do this on the base as well. So got that nice little dome going on. Can never find the middle. Come on. There we go. Okay, so let's go to X-ray again. E for extrude. Leave it where it is. S for scale. And then we're just going to go ahead and just scale this in. So you've got that top and bottom. It doesn't really matter about the middle because we're not going to see that bit. Okay, so let's go with objects mode. And now what we have is a nice little bell. Nice little ring bell. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to add a plane underneath. So let's press S. Plane underneath. And I think this is a little bit too metallic, so I'm just going to tone this down. Maybe lighten it up just a little bit. I'm just going to change this to kind of like a peach kind of tone. You know what, actually I'm going to improve the shine on this and take the roughness down. You could also go, instead of principal BSDF, with metallic BSDF as well, if that's something that you want to do. I think it's great because of the background, the world settings, to be honest with you. If we change the world settings like that, you can see that it changes. So maybe you could add a plane, scale this up, G, bring this up. And now you can see that we've got some sort of refraction on top there as well. I'm just going to go and do one thing with this real quick. Let's select all of this line around the outside, and just indent this just ever so slightly. So we can go E for extrude and then S for scale. I think that looks a little bit better on the design front. Let's move that down. So yeah, that's the basics of a reception bell, if you guys are interested. If you don't want the little stripe on the inside, just leave it out. Yeah, so if you liked, please subscribe and follow and all that kind of jazz, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.